I know. I'm like 8 months late to the party on this, but you finally convinced me. Let's do it. The Week 1 mod by Slayer typically ends with a massive explosion and subsequent nuclear fallout. But what if you could theoretically save everyone, single-handedly overthrow the military, prevent the nukes from going off, and be the hero that no one asked for? Well, that's what we're gonna explore today. Quick plug, this entire playthrough was streamed live over on Twitch, where you can catch me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you prefer a more lightly edited experience, that condensed version of this playthrough is up over on the second channel as well. Okay, let's go stop a nuke. It all started on a Friday. Meet Cletus Phelps, a PTSD-riddled retired Vietnam veteran. His normal day consists of wandering throughout Muldra in search of meaning after the war. He spends his free time with his buddies down at the gun range, but other than that, Cletus lives a quiet life. Obviously, given the events of his past, Cletus is no stranger to Uncle Sam, so it should come as no surprise that he's grown weary of the military presence in his small town. One thing's for certain though, the rumors on the radio were true. They're here, and in force.
Get on the business.
Blocking every major roadway into or out of town, all carrying firearms and full military garb. It's strange whenever this happens, especially in the small town of Muldra. So, Cletus kept his eyes on them. But other than that, his Friday went much like any other. He drove around for a bit, fueled up his car, talked to the trees, and had a nice home-cooked meal for dinner at 1:20 p.m. In the afternoon, though, he, borrowed some gear that a random civilian had left in the bed of his trunk. You call it hunting supplies, but Cletus calls it doomsday prepping. After making it back that night, though, Cletus looked out of his door to see 2 military soldiers approaching him. What were they doing going door to door in the neighborhood, invading his privacy? That was just a step too far. So naturally, Cletus was forced to take matters into his own hands.
He's nuts. Cletus has lost his mind.
With both soldiers taken care of, I looted their corpses for any gear, walking away with a bulletproof vest, helmet, a ton of ammo and supplies, and an M16. Surely someone will come looking for these two, so I grabbed the body outside my house and dragged it out back. There's enough firearms and ammo to last a fight or two, but we'll need more for when the military comes back. It seemed like it worked though, considering all of my neighbors just chalked up the blood on the road to another Cletus cosplay event gone wrong.
They just have no clue why he looks the way he does. It's just blood all over the floor. There's a dead body over there, actually. Yeah, this. He's like, what's going on? What happened here? I have no idea. There are roadblocks everywhere. Average Kentucky IQ. I saw someone die nearby. Wonder who did that. Right.
After a good night's rest, including a lovely dream about the end of the world, I woke up to the sound of party music and the faint smell of the devil's lettuce. Not in my neighborhood, you don't. Shit, even Bella Goth was here from all the way from Pleasant View. Nice enough for her to show up.
My husband's in the army. I'm your husband.
Unfortunately, old Cletus took hit on her a bit too literally and ended up with a scratch on his neck after the lady retaliated. Simple retaliation wasn't quite enough for her though, and she chased him all the way to his backyard where she discovered the body. It was too late. Bella Goth had seen too much, and she had to go.
It didn't have to be this way. Bella Goth? What are the Sims doing? This isn't Pleasant View, it's Muldra.
I decided my best course of action would be to perform a counterattack on one of the checkpoints. Hit him quick with the element of surprise, something Cletus had become an expert at just a few decades ago. That way, they'd be so focused on the checkpoint that they wouldn't even think to search for the soldiers I'd just executed the night before. If anything, it might even give me a bit of info as to why all of the soldiers are posting up in town. I settled on the checkpoint in the south since it was so out of the way that I'd minimized the risk of anyone seeing me, as well as any potential civilians getting stuck in the crossfire. The plan itself went off without a hitch. Using the cover of darkness, Cletus crept into the woods, outmaneuvering the guards on duty and successfully catching them by surprise.
Those two guards that went missing right outside of Cletus's house. Oh god, they're all getting up. Hose them, boys. We gotta hurry. We don't have much time. He's getting up.
I see him.
There's no way the cops got here all that quick.
The only problem? An on-duty police patrol came through just in time to witness the chaos unfolding and chased Cletus back into the trees, forcing me to drop most of the gear, leave some of the bodies unsearched, and retreat back to my car, narrowly escaping with my life.
Oh my god, this shotgun. Run, Cletus! They have guns! No! Let's get the hell out of here.
After spending a few hours building an alibi of singing karaoke to an empty bar at the Rusty Rifle, Cletus went back to the checkpoint to recover what gear he could, only to find one of the soldiers alive and the police in hot pursuit. Were they in on this too? No time for questions. With both the soldier and police officer dead, a random doctor from Kentucky's finest arrived to examine the bodies.
Won't answer any questions. Well, they're dead, lady. That's why. What are we doing here? Where did you get your degree?
Thankfully, the rest of the officers had left the area by now, so I was able to swap out my shitty car for their state trooper patrol truck, giving Cletus a massive upgrade to his storage. Hey, it worked once though. There's no reason as to why it wouldn't work again, right? We just need to be quicker, in and out before the cops and God forbid SWAT showed up, right? Maybe I could get some tangible information out of them this time. Same strategy as before. Take out the guards on patrol, loot them for any gear, and dip out before the police show up.
Alright, here we go. Tag go down. Oh, they're getting up. They don't know what happened.
Not a perfect execution, but it's far from our worst, I'd say.
Hurry up, they're not here yet. Go, 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 go. One of them is still alive. I'll look just like him. They won't even know I'm not even one of them. I'm a soldier. I'll just... Hi, officers. He went that way. Oh, God. No, officers. He went over here. I'll show you. Come over here. He went this way.
After bamboozling the police officer, I was able to loot back to the crime scene and walk away with tons of weapons and ammo to add to the collection. I think that's enough guerrilla warfare for one day though. It's time to lay low and see what their response will be.
Two rifles out of that, another shotgun. Looking pretty good so far. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. This backpack doesn't really have anything of value in it for me, though. Why is the army here?
More restless nights, more cryptic dreams. What could it all mean?
I remember looking around, calling up, but my voice echoed back at me. Suddenly, I saw a stranger trying to tell me something important. That was it. Okay.
You ever wonder how uncomfortable it's gotta be to sleep in full military gear, helmet and boots and all? Anyway, I heard over the radio this morning that people are starting to drop dead in the streets. Something big is coming, and we need to be prepared for that. People around me are starting to get sick. Everyone's coughing all the time now. The military is more on edge than ever. Probably has nothing to do with Cletus though. If shit's only gonna get worse, I need to be prepared. For starters, I need a better M16. The several that I've added to my collection over the past few days are serviceable, but not ideal. My highest quality rifle is half condition at best, and the last thing I want to deal with is having it jam up in the middle of a firefight. Shout out Vietnam. As I hopped in the truck, I noticed a lone soldier out on patrol, which gave me a great excuse to practice my stealth attacks. Just like in the jungle. I do like the idea that there isn't even anything crazy going on though. They're just finding the slain bodies of Cletus's victims, and he's taking that as some grand conspiracy, when in reality, he's just a serial killer. At least the citizens feel the same way about the soldiers though. They're getting bolder. Look, the soldiers are even raiding Jay's chicken. What is the world coming to? Someone should do something.
Not Jay's chicken.
I did see a helicopter come flying through at around 9 a.m., which I've never seen before. They were heading south, but I couldn't make out the insignia on the side of their doors. Later that morning, while taking on another lone soldier, Cletus mistimed his shot and wasn't able to incapacitate the man, leading to them returning fire.
Oh no.
Not only did poor Cletus take 2 bullets, but he'll never be able to have kids again. Thankfully, we were able to land enough shots to finally bring the man down, at which point Cletus was able to make it back home and perform life-saving first aid on himself. With nothing else to do but heal, Cletus spent most of the rest of day 3 sitting on his couch fondling his M16 mags, unloading and reloading them while listening to a radio broadcast confirming an airborne infection rapidly spreading through Knox County.
Now my family are all sick. If only those wretched green suits told us there was a virus in the air, we would all have been home at the start.
That afternoon, an explosion was heard in the distance as a helicopter flew above, spamming a broadcast about violent outbreaks in the area. Looks like it's Cletus's time to shine. The damage was extensive, but thank God the pizzas and wine survived. Do we think maybe everyone's just coughing because Knox County has a serious smoking problem?
It's just a cough, they say, as they're all smoking cigarettes.
The broadcast was right, though. The citizens of Muldra are becoming increasingly belligerent. I caught a random guy out in my chicken pen taking the term choking the chicken a bit too seriously. In the span of about 8 hours, Cletus Phelps had taken a bullet to the groin, his right foot, and now his left thigh. It's gonna be a rough few days to recover. There's only one way today could get any worse. Oh no, it happened. The monkey bar guys figured out how to get inside the fencing. Heading into day 4, I was once again awoken with nightmares of nuclear explosions in the distance.
Though, and I couldn't tell why, but it made me want to the other way. Still, I couldn't stop staring at it.
Well, that and a radio broadcast telling me to beware of peaceful protesters in my area.
In West Point County, everyone are to keep an eye out for potential looters, arsonists, and rioters in your area. Defend yourself and your community. We are working tirelessly to provide protection, however. Rampant cases of civil unrest.
It just cut out.
At least all the stitches had healed into simple scratches by morning, meaning Cletus should be fully healed by the end of the day. We'd been in the thick of it for 4 days now, and with the looters, arsonists, and suicide bombers roaming our great town, it's time for Cletus to head out and try to protect his fellow neighbors. It's clear the police cannot maintain order anymore, and the military has been a non-factor for days. People are starting to go insane. Muldra has essentially turned into an all-out war zone at this point. Everywhere you go, there's looters shooting it out with police officers, and the military is nowhere to be found.
What is happening? Oh, he's raiding the medical store. Where are the cops?
Gotta load up. They're over here.
Dude, shoot him. What? Well, good job, officers. Well done. Oh. Just teleported away to nothing. Nothing of value, just a zombie watering can. He had nothing on him, right? Like nothing, yeah, nothing of value. Anything in the trunks? I like that there's just keys on the ground too. What's going on over here? Are they looting the stores? They stole my money. Give me my money. I need call JG Wensworth 877 cash now.
On the bright side, we're fully healed in less than a day after taking 3 bullets, so shout out Cletus Phelps and his superhuman ability to heal from gunshot wounds like he's fucking Wolverine. That evening, while trying to catch some sleep, Cletus was greeted with another dream. This time, a strange premonition accompanied by visions of a hidden facility. Inside the facility, a man, trying to give Cletus his sword. Pause. On top of that, there's now reports of sick pedestrians assaulting people, orally. Nice. Not sure what that means, but it's either really good or really bad depending on the circumstance. Or cision. I feel like if the military would step their game up, this whole situation could have been under control in an afternoon. But apparently they're too preoccupied with something else. Anyway, they're all calling this the Knox event. Sounds like it's not just happening inside of Muldra. Guess we need to be on the lookout for anyone with bite marks now as well. There's also a new county-wide curfew in effect as of 6 p.m., so we'll need to be weary of that. Wonder what they're hiding. Things only continued to spiral heading into day 5 of the lockdown. Bandits were now freely raiding most of the buildings in the town, with only Cletus to help repel them. The police were simply stretched too thin, and the military were far more concerned with keeping everyone within the barricades to deal with any petty thieves.
We're getting up.
After a short nap in the car, though, Cletus was awoken to the sound of gunshots as a group of citizens had finally begun attacking the soldiers on guard duty. Only for the soldiers to take it too far, leave their posts, and begin actively hunting anyone they presume to be a threat. This is chaos.
They don't see me.
Outside, now!
Everywhere I turned, bodies began littering the streets. People were dragged out of hotel rooms and gunned down. Gangs fought over storage units in the open. Nowhere was safe. I need to get home. Hell, even the cops are defecting.
Oh god. The cops are breaking in? What the? I took a bullet somewhere. The vest eat it?
I think it's time to get out of here, but where would I even go? Who can stop this madness? After recovering from the home invasion, I loaded the truck up with a shotgun, tons of ammo, and a few days worth of food and water, and made plans to head out that night after curfew. Time to get some shut-eye. Call it divine intervention or pure schizophrenia, but Cletus knows what must be done. The fate of Knox County, help the world, rests on his hands. There's an old military base to the southwest where he spent some time after the war before getting out. He was sure that's where he needed to be. No doubt it'd be heavily guarded, and even if it wasn't, how the hell could he even make it there? Ultra's completely boxed in with guards. We're gonna have to take care of them somehow. That'll work.
Truck, we can go this way. And just like that, freedom.
Now to head west. I don't know if it's the curfew or if the military really does have a bigger stranglehold on this situation than they're letting on, but I've never seen a highway in Knox County this empty before. It's a bit ominous. I guess it wasn't entirely vacant though. A few corpses littered the side of the road, which allowed me to walk away with another bulletproof vest in the event that my current one doesn't hold. After another brief snooze behind the wheel, Cletus awoke with the exact location of where he needed to go. 16 floors below ground.
That's where I have to go. Flume Floor minus 16. I have to stop it.
This isn't gonna be easy. The main road only took me so far, and soon I found myself following an old, overgrown dirt trail, just like in Cletus's dreams. Practically the Kentucky version of the yellow brick road, but shittier and less peaceful. Well, there it is. Let's get to work.
Oh no. Push, 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 push.
Now it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. These guys are loaded. And it doesn't help that they travel in packs of like 5 or 6. That's 5 or 6 fully auto M16s just tearing through any cover you've got at your disposal. The inside of the facility is crammed with researchers, doctors, clinical workers, receptionists, security guards, and above all else, soldiers. I held my breath as I rounded each corridor, waiting to be met with the hot steel of the end of an M16 barrel, until finally, I made it to a locked door. Instinctively, I began searching the bodies for keys. As that was happening, though, I received an alert about a group of asylum escapees who were making their way towards me. No doubt, test subjects that would need to be put down. After spending several hours searching for keys on bodies, I moved to the northeast end of the building, where I began clearing office by office until finally stumbling upon a key ring.
Go back to the front, right? It wouldn't be like on a soldier, would it? It would have to be... Someone's getting shot. It's like riot police are lighting the place up. Give me the keys. Hi, everyone. Key ring, maybe? Maybe? We'll try the key ring.
Opening the vaulted door only brought more problems, though. See, the guards are able to shoot me through the next door, but I'm unable to hit them, causing me to take several bullets before figuring out a new approach. On the northwest side of the building lies a maintenance section. If I can just make my way over there, I should be able to loop around back and take the barricaded guards by surprise.
We'll take a few of those. We'll go this way.
While in the process of doing this, though, I found another key with a question mark assigned to it, so I took that and stored it for later as well.
That's how it's done.
With the barricaded guards successfully dealt with, I continued pushing deeper into the lab until finding the stairs leading underneath the facility. I need to reach floor minus 16, meaning I'll have to take the entire stairwell one floor at a time, strategically clearing room by room, door by door, until I reach the correct level. Let's get to it.
Oh no. Oh! Oh my god, there's so many of them. Just clearing the area as we go. This has got to be the control room, right? Gotta be over here, right? Got it. Oh! All right.
Wounded, exhausted, terrified, and riddled with bullets, Cletus Phelps made his way up to the terminal, input the question mark key he looted off a body hours prior, and successfully deactivated the launch sequence. He'd done it. He'd saved Knox County. Or so he thought.
Sync 9. Launch sequence deactivated.
Let's go. We did it, Cletus.
There was only one problem. Now, everyone knows where we are. We just shut down the entire nuclear launch sequence, alerting everyone in the facility to our location. If the goal is to escape alive, I'll now need to reverse the process and fight my way back up through 16 floors of hell until reaching the surface. And even then, there's no telling what could possibly be waiting for me on the other side of the vault doors. Unfortunately, some things that are set in motion should just remain that way. Sure, Cletus may have successfully prevented a nuclear blast from going off, but in doing so, he freely allowed the virus to spread uncontained throughout the US. All actions have consequences, and if bullets or nuclear fallout couldn't finish the job, there's always something more dangerous waiting around the corner.
We're almost to freedom. We're almost there. I can taste it. Go, Cletus. The world is your oyster. Well, you can just hear everyone getting slaughtered up here. Oh no. What has happened? No. This can't be. We won. No! Go, Cletus! It's not looking too good, boys.
This is how you died. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this isn't my normal content, but I wanted to give a more narrative-focused playthrough a shot, especially with a mod as wacky and enjoyable as Week 1. If you haven't yet, go check it out. Slayer has it for both Build 41 and 42, though I'd highly recommend you checking it out on Build 42 if nothing more than for the ragdoll physics. The link to both mods is down in the description, so go spam positive reviews on those pages because this level of work deserves to be rewarded to the highest degree. As a final plug, all of this was streamed live over on Twitch, where you can find me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you'd like the condensed version of those VODs in a more lightly edited styled video, that's up over on the second channel or on screen right now. With that, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you all. Go call a loved one, and thanks for stopping by.